New York City has the country's largest public housing system, 325 buildings, over 400,000 residents. Of those 325 buildings, Highbridge Gardens houses accounts for 6 of them and houses one BOOMANSANTO, giving greater context to the public Housing NYC name that his collective uses and the logo that you see on the back of their projects and present in their videos.
Too close to the sun, all day till it's done. Choosing up, loosen up, so the bad girls just wanna have fun. Compressed baggies couldn't get rid of the stench. Feet these made off the glass, got their heads in the rim. Money talking all languages, it makes sense. Fall apart in the riff, so the odds of the shit, the hardest gon' hit. That's word to my artists at the school with some white ass fall the ass of rapper weed. White rappers sound like ass roll. You an asshole. Use your imagination. You lose it to your own pitch called calibration. For the Chinese tobacco. The real pretty flacco. Those smash tackle. Throw stone out the crack hole. Some of y'all just need a stern finger wagging. The way she walk, you can see it from the front. Fronts dip on the toes. Fronts your heel through the nose. When she pop her backbone. Get stacks and go back home. A match made in heaven.
He's a self-contained unit, often producing for himself and engineering his own sessions for music that Pitchfork has described as music to play when you're sitting alone waiting for the sun to rise. Stereo Gum has called it muddy, languid, free-floating. In an interview with Backseat Mafia, staying away from adjectives and descriptors and leaving the autonomy in the hands of the listener, he had this to say about his own work. Art is to be interpreted. I could just tell you what the fuck I see, but I'd rather you see it on your own when it's time.
I'm not particularly in the mood to be with 50 of y'all in the stool. Because once you start to make sense, Mr. Cool Guy don't look so cool. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like that sentiment, some shit I feel like I had to express on the joint. That's some joint I'm working on called Big Brother's House. Where it's really like, I'm really speaking from like how I would speak to my little brother or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how the joint is, like even this one. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear it, that's really what it is. That's where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I had bumping, must have bumped your head. Shit said sunshine instead of running away.
Feel me? Like
job to move control in the
I was told.
You better buckle up and start controlling your fate. I can show you the way. Should've did sunshine instead of running in place. Don't play them games, ain't nothing here to chase. When it's all said and done, where I'm needed, don't not go to waste. Oh, you must think I'm done playing dumb in my face. I set patterns on the wall, just describing the space. Filling up the meter, finna spark up the flame. I ain't never need much to get it going. The fuck going on in your brain? All I hear is constant complaints. Life isn't this, always shifting the blame. I do my job when that's why I had bumping, must have bumped your head. Should've said sunshine instead of running away. The son do his job to move control in the waves. You better buckle up and start controlling your fate. I could show you the way. Should've did sunshine instead of running in place. Don't play them games, ain't nothing here to chase. When it's all said and done, where I'm needed, don't not go to waste.
I'm upstairs. One more time, bro.
Society home when I walked in the Starbucks and asked for some water. Change the price for too negative. I ain't gonna get shot like tsunami. How many bucks you wanna bet you let them shot at the bottom of a bikini bottom? Pull up with the blue shiesty, walk away with $250,000. Don't worry about it, it's an armed robbery. I'm not killing nobody. While you was waiting for the bus there. You damn shit, I'm upstairs. I fly acid bodies.
In October of 2021, he released a project called Ghost House. On it, there's a song called Warmer where he says, "I'm not here to buddy up. I'm only here to study math and science." Which probably explains why you can find him holding court with the likes of Black Rembrandt around the topics of lucid dreaming, mortality, and infinity.
You're already doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more intuitive than you think, right? but I don't know, jump straight into that shit is obvious. If anything, it's like you mark down things that you recognize. So you notice a pattern, you write it down, right? And then you remember, you start to build the memory of that pattern.
Pattern recognition.
So now that pattern, you're seeing it play out, and that's when you're like, oh, ha, you thought you had me. I know where I'm at.
So it's a feeling?
Right.
The pattern.
And most times people just wake up. When you kind of get there, you realize you're dreaming. Right? Like, so it's like, oh shit, you wake up. But then it's like, if, with a little bit of intention, you can kind of get through and stay there and like linger around and make choices, do things, or just experience, right? You don't have to do anything. It's not, it's almost like when you apply that to here, even if life is purposeless, it's fire because you can experience it. You can go outside, go see some shit, talk to another person, eat something, drink, smoke. You know what I mean? Like, it's all these things you could do, right? I was reading some shit that is based on memory. And that could be like physical memory, emotion, cognitive, and emotion. Right? People have a lot of emotional dreams. Right? Like that's an interesting
emotional memory.
Right? It's like, I don't know, it's certain things, it's like, I don't know if bypassing is the right word, but you can kind of continue over a certain corner, right? Like, I don't know how it is for other people and what people do with it, but I let my brain run the course. It was not too long ago, right? I woke up like 7 in the morning, right? And I don't know what it was, but I saw something. It might have been on my phone or something, like just made me say to myself, I have to do something. I don't even remember what it was I was thinking about, but I was like, I have to go back to sleep.
You was awake?
I was awake. I was like in the crib. I was like, I have to go back to sleep right now. Right? I might have been dreaming prior. I got, you know how it's like a state where you awake, but you're not, like you kind of sleeping. You're getting like, there.
It's like baby sleep paralysis.
You know what I'm saying? Like before you go to sleep, right? It felt like I stayed dead, right? And kids, you know, I'm not even bullshitting you, bro. I was with somebody. I couldn't even tell you who it was. And all I remember was they was asking me, are you sure this is what you want? Like, there's like, are you ready? Are you sure you ready type shit? My first answer was, I'm trying to learn everything I can from y'all. Bro, and I proceeded to live mad. Like, I'm not even gonna give it, it's in a dream though. I'm talking about a dream. But I was consciously like, yes, I was making decisions and knew where I was at. I was like, that's the first thing I told them, I'm trying to learn everything I can. And then you apply that shit here, I wake up and it's like, I'm trying to learn shit. If there's nothing else to do, you know what I'm saying?
But there's that fire though.
I'm trying to learn shit. That's it. It's shit that I can know about. And it's, you know how you say in the Buddhist monk shit, like, I was like, yo, I have a problem with that because they doing nothing, right? But then it's like, yo, in their head though, you don't know what.
You don't know what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and all that shit to say, like, this is such a choppy, and this is not even half of it, but all that to say that it's like, there's a preparation for death. And everything is to be prepared for in this respect, you get what I'm saying? Like, even death is something to be prepared for, right? Like, I be thinking about that shit, like my mortality and all of that. And you think of older people, they like at the end, they be knowing. They know that shit. But it's like, I don't know, I'm not even gonna get into that, but it's like,
older people have had longer to reflect on mortality.
right, and the way we look at endings It's infinite. Infinity does not exist, bro. I think, well, I'm not gonna say that so boldly, but I feel like infinity is some shit that comforts us. The idea of something being infinite is mad comforting to us. I don't really...
That's so you feel like it's a false safety net.
Infinity is something that we all believe in, but none of us can prove. Who could prove infinity?
You think infinity is a cop-out?
I think infinity is a cop-out. I think that's some shit that make you feel safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel safe.
Yo.
I be on the other end of things with the thought, like, what if it's not like that?
I mean,
How I'm supposed to move?
I think the first thing I thought to myself was, how the fuck do I rap? Like, how do I explain what just happened, but in rap form? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I explain this dream I just had? I would sit down and write the dream and then like iterate into a beat or some shit like that. And this was at a time when like, I stopped smoking weed. I just wasn't on that, because when I would smoke, my tolerance got low. When I would smoke, I would feel like dumb. Like it would just cut half my thought off. And I'm like, I don't even like this. So I was cooling for a little while. And that shit just enhances that more. Like, how I got into that was like, you know, dream. I went through some shit in the dream where I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, and then I started having like sometimes I'll be dreaming, sometimes, first of all, I'm gonna talk about the city. Like, I'll be wondering about other people's experience with that too. Like there's a city in my head that I can map out. It's not a place that it's based off mad other places, right? Like, but it's a whole entire thing that it almost feels like it takes place without me being there, right? But so that shit just became interesting to me.
Set it down where I'm needed, don't not go to waste. Oh, you must think I'm done playing dumb in my face. I set patterns on the wall, just describing the space. Filling up the meter, finna spark up the flame. I ain't never need much to get it going. What the fuck going on in your brain? All I hear is constant complaints. Life isn't this, always shifting the rain. I do my job when I move my eyes wide, I had bumping, must have bumped your head. Should've said sunshine instead of running away. The sun do his job, the moon controlling the waves. You better buckle up and start controlling your fate. I could show you the way. Should've did sunshine instead of running in place. Don't play the games, ain't nothing here to chase. When the soul is settled down where I'm needed, don't not go to waste.